Hi guys, welcome back to another Q4 FY25 video. So yeah, I know I've been MIA for the last 3 days. That's because I've been in Singapore. I'm still in Singapore actually. So the last 3 days, obviously you're traveling and you're doing a lot of touristy things. So it's been a bit hectic like that. I'm here actually. It's my mom's birthday, and I just took her here. Just like a birthday thing. I don't know, like a surprise, you can tell. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, I'm back. We'll be doing today 2 companies. One is Vijay Diagnostic and the other one is Krishna Diagnostic. Also, this is my mommy. I don't know. Anyways, Anyways, we'll be doing 2 companies today, Vijay Diagnostics and Krishna Diagnostics. So the first one we'll be doing is Vijay Diagnostic. Now, you might have seen in the Q4 FY25 playlist, we've already covered Dr. Lal Path Labs and Thyrocare Technologies. Vijay Diagnostic was the most asked when I did that video. Okay? So I thought, ye bhi kar lete hain. Now, when you look at these 2 business models, now they are a bit different compared to the Dr. Lal and Thyrocare Technologies. Because when you look at those 2 model, they're primarily focused on the B2C front, doing that home collection, all that kind, like they're much more focused over there, creating franchises and everything. Versus when you look at Vijay Diagnostic is that kind of a company that is more focused on creating like this standalone building, ek pura building khada kar do. When you look at other people, na, it is more like, theek hai, like, ek chota franchise karke, try to do that volume growth. Here they're mainly focused in that hub and spoke model, just like how Rainbow Children's Medicare has, okay? So they have this hub model, wahan pe, they have this standalone buildings, okay, like in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities. They have this huge standalone building, where you get all this MRI ka scan kar sakte ho aap, all these different very advanced, like maybe radiology scans and everything. That is what they get it done over there. Interesting thing over here is 72% of their revenue is coming from Hyderabad, okay? So this is their core market. Just like how you have for Dr. Lal Path Labs, you have Delhi NCR, that is their core market, okay? Other than that, if you see, 93% of the revenue is coming from the B2C front. When I tell B2C front is, like you as a customer or you and I as a customer can go to Vijay Diagnostic and get, any kind of pathology or radiological thing, okay? But now if you see, other than that, if you see, the other 7 to 8% is coming from corporate, okay, which means what, all these corporates के schemes रहता है and everything, that is the reason, ठीक है? So उनका यही है, ठीक है? Now if you look at them over here, you'll see that the top line, the sales it is there, it has grown by 24%. But here is a catch over here. They have done an acquisition in I believe in Q4 of FY24, ठीक है? So when you compare the full year to the last year, Q1, Q2, Q3, and this times Q1, Q2, Q3, right? When you take the full year ka comparison, the base effect comes over here, right? Because of the acquisition. That is why the 24% ka growth you can see. But if you remove this acquisition ka thing, right? If you remove the base effect that is coming from acquisition, you see that the sales growth has grown only by 19%, okay? And PAT grew by 20%, okay? Now talking about the volumes, let's talk about the other 2 metrics over here. One is your volumes, which tells you if more number of people, if the footfall is increasing, if more number of people are coming over here and taking treatment, getting their facilities or not, okay? And the other one is the average revenue per test, which gives you the value growth over here. Now this can be a combination of 2 things. One is, let's say, if people are coming here and getting much higher, like let's say maybe instead of just getting a normal blood test, like getting a vitamin D test done, you go for a higher price treatment, maybe a radiology, maybe a higher, like full body checkup or something, which will be of a higher price. So it also shows you like people are preferring this. The other one also is if the number of tests also increases. So if you look at the volume grew by 5%, but the value growth that is there, it has been flat, okay? So the entire, what you can tell, majority of that is coming from, the sales growth is coming from volume only. Now if you look at the capex plan that they have this year, if you see, they've added 6 hubs, okay? Like I told you, that big standalone building where they have all kind of facilities, right? Aapka diagnostic, MRI, it is like you can tell a mini hospital, but not a hospital, but like a diagnostic center to get all your treatment done. Now over here they've added 2 each in Pune, in Karnataka, and in West Bengal, okay? In Bangalore, West Bengal and Pune, they've added 2 hubs each, okay? And aage jaake they will be adding some more hubs. They will be adding 3 hubs in West Bengal, which should be operationalized by Q1, and another 2 more hubs in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana region, which should be operationalized by H2 of FY26, okay? So that is their plan, okay? Now let's talk about the the one thing, which is the margins over here, which, you know, because these people, you know, they don't work that much on a franchise and all. These people put up this huge standalone buildings and they work on that order. Now what is going to happen is, you know, it takes at least a year or two for these centers to break even. Okay, so now already they've added 6 recently, right? By the end of this year they've added 6. Again they're going to add 5 more in the upcoming year, that is in FY26. Now due to this, obviously there's going to be a lot of expenses, you know, employee related expenses, equipments and everything. So the margins that is there, the EBITDA margins that is there, could see a dip in FY26 because of this capex, and maybe in FY27 once we see these, you know, at least the current 6 that they've added, the hubs, since they will get break even, you know, probably in a year or so, FY27 they should be able to come back to a normal margin. Now the biggest thing, you know, the biggest question that comes over here with Vijaya Diagnostic is, will they be able to sustain this pace of growth? Because when you compare with Thyrocare, when you compare with Dr. Lal PathLab or Krishna Diagnostics for that matter, you see that, you know, Vijaya Diagnostic has the highest growth rate. But if I take that acquisition, it is still a 19% growth rate only. They're telling this 19%, this high teens might not be possible. They're telling somewhere around 15% CAGR. Okay, so 15% CAGR when you compare to Thyrocare and Dr. Lal PathLabs, that is a little bit, you know, like, the business is doing good, but 15% I believe is a bit less. Okay. The other company that we will be doing is Krishna Diagnostic. Now compared to the other, other 3 that we have, you know, the diagnostics that we have, Lal, Thyrocare and even Vijaya Diagnostics, Krishna ka model is completely different, okay? Absolutely different, okay? Now, if you look at Lal, all the other 3 that are there, they control everything, okay? Because they put up the the facility, you know, the entire thing is theirs, or they franchise karte hai dusre logo ko, or, you know, they put up the equipments all through their cost only, okay? There is no third party involved other than obviously the franchisee, okay? But if you look at Krishna Diagnostic, they work on this PPP method, okay, which is public-private partnership. Now, what they do here and how they do here is, now see, when you go to this tier 2, tier 3 cities and everything, right, they don't have all these, you know, they can't get this radiology treatment, even getting pathology treatment is also very tough over there. Not treatment, I would say the diagnostic is very tough, okay, because wahan pe, you know, they do not have any kind of facilities, right? If let's say if you are in a tier 3 town in Karnataka, if you have to get some radiology scans or anything done, you will have to come all the way to Bangalore, you know, which are like a tier 1, tier 2 cities over here, okay? So what will happen over here? I mean, you can't, like, you know, divide them also for all these facilities. Already first of all, getting these kind of scans are very expensive, and on top of that, if you add the travel cost for, you know, people living in these cities, it becomes very, very tough. Now even the government also can't put up, right, like there are so many government hospitals, but they also can't put up this radiology and everything, because think about it, एक tier 3, tier 4 city में कितना ही होगा जिसको radiology के scan चाहिए होगा? Most of them will need pathology only, but how many people? And can you imagine the kind of setup that you would need? Radiology के लिए एक, you know, एक बड़ा का setup you need to have. You need to put the doctors also. Which doctor would want to go and live in a tier 3, tier 4 cities? So it becomes very, very difficult. So what happens? Krishna Diagnostic intervenes over here. Now, you know, right, all these government hospitals, government authorities, you know, whether they work in the defense area or all of the other NHS, EHS system, all the hospitals connected in this area. Now what will happen over here is they would have a facility, okay? They will tell कि like, अरे मुझे इस साल में मुझे I want to open, let's say 100 diagnostic center, 200 diagnostic centers, and they will start a bidding over here, okay? And whoever wins the bidding over here, they will get the deal. How does this work? Means, let's say in this government hospital hoga, या, you know, whatever a land or a center is available, it is a government property. So everything is owned by the government. That is the land, आपका building हो गया, आपका electricity का खर्चा, water का खर्चा. Basically, the entire outward setup is, you know, of government, okay? And Krishna Diagnostic goes over there. They set up all the equipments, okay? All the equipment setting up, you know, putting up the personnels, technicians, if they have to do some deliveries, you know, that is all managed by Krishna Diagnostic. And not only that, at the end of the day, even, you know, uska report ka analysis karke dena, okay? Everything is responsible by Krishna Diagnostic. So what happens over here? The government gives you this entire setup, आपका building and everything. So Krishna Diagnostic का यहाँ पे capex को cost बचता है. And after that, what will Krishna Diagnostic come and do यहाँ पे? They will set up all these equipments, you know. And the other part, like I was telling you, the you know, equipments, everything will be set up by Krishna Diagnostics. Okay. Now here what will happen, on the other way, even for government it becomes an advantage na, because आपके equipment को cost everything बचता है, and ultimately if it doesn't work out for Krishna Diagnostic, they will take it and go. So आपका भी कोई भी, in one way it is good for government also, and also for Krishna Diagnostics. So here what will happen, the patient will come, they will get all this treatment done, the price will be set by Krishna Diagnostic. They can either pay through cash, or what will happen, they will have all these schemes na, NHS, EHS and everything, they will redeem through that, which the government will pay in return to Krishna Diagnostics. Okay. So this is how it mainly works. Other than that, they also have this private partnerships that they work on. Basically, if you have these hospitals, okay, these people, again, the hospitals will give you an entire center for diagnostic. Okay, you will see, right, some hospitals will have in-house diagnostic centers. So these people will, the hospital will give them the entire setup. These people will go put up the labs, they will put up all the equipments, the personnel and everything, they will do the work. ठीक है, मतलब एक third party contract ही बोल सकते हो. ठीक है. And recently they've also started a B2C, which is a retail outlet आप बोल सकते हो, just like how Dr. Lal and Thyrocare has started. ठीक है. So now this is mostly their business model. Okay. And another thing over here I forgot to add is how they do this, you know, this radiology का thing. The best part about Krishna Diagnostic was कि like उनका एक USP था that we will provide the most affordable treatments, the most affordable diagnostics, especially when you go to T2, T3, you know, all these radiologies and everything, all these treatments that are there, scans that are there. Okay, they will provide that at the highest quality with the most affordable, you know, rates. How will they be able to do that? Let's say, for example, a patient walks into the diagnostic center in a T2 or T3 cities. Okay, they get the scans and everything done. The technician is a well-trained technician. They will do all the scans. Now, the scans that are there is sent to a teleprompting center. They have a huge teleprompting center in Pune. Okay, so the scans are sent over there, and someone over in that teleprompting center will connect to a radiologist. You know, radiologist. They will scan. They will give you the how do I put this? They will give you the you know, what is the problem. You know, what is happening. You know, they will give the differential for the scan, and they will send it to the teleprompting center. The teleprompting center will pass it to the technician, and the technician will hand it over to the patient. So this is the way they're able to provide you the most affordable treatment. Like I told you, it is impossible or nearly not possible, you know, to get a radiologist, yeah, you know, a specific person, because there can be many kinds of tests you need to do, right? And you can't keep a doctor for every kind of test over here, you know, in order to give you a differential. So this is how they work on the teleprompting thing, and that is why, you know, they're able to even sustain their margin by providing you the most affordable kind of diagnostics over here. Okay. Now over here, the most important thing is these people had guided for a 25% kind of growth in this upcoming year, that is in FY25. Okay. And now what has happened, because as you know, this year we've had elections, we've had one or the other problem, you know, everything got delayed over here, right, in this year, and as a result of it, these people were not able to clock that 25% ka guidance. They have done only 16% in terms of growth rate. Okay, which is obviously quite disappointing. Actually they started with 30% kind of guidance. In the mid-year they told 25%, then they told 20 to 25%, but ultimately they did 16%. And aage jaake they're telling, you know, we will be doing somewhere probably a mid-teens kind of growth. Over here, the main reason why this 25% kind of growth was not, you know, whatever the guidance they gave, why it was not achievable, because two reasons. One is obviously all the delays that were there due to the elections this year in H1. Okay. The other reason was, if you look at them, these people operate mainly in that Karnataka, Maharashtra region and all. In Maharashtra, what had happened, there was a delay in the you know, with the Maharashtra government. What happened, there was a delay in terms of, you know, handing over the site. Basically, I told you now, the government will give you a place and you go set up your equipment. So yahan pe there was a delay by the Maharashtra to give that, you know, give that site. And later what happened, you know, they came and they revised the condition. They came, like I told you, both the parties need to agree on the pricing and, you know, various other structure. The Maharashtra government came and they started, you know, revising and everything, which again Krishna was like, you know, this is not working for us if I look at from the profitability angle and everything, and they had to cancel the order. They're like, it's okay, it's done and done. The other thing also, there were many other centers. Like I told you, right, these people work with the government. Now working with the government ka matlab kya hai? As you know, if you talk about any hospital that has government ka payer mix coming, right, you know, it is like the worst and the biggest headache over here, because the patients will come, they will take the treatment or, you know, diagnostic thing from this NCH, ECHS, you know, all these different scheme that are there. Okay. And then the government has to pay the hospitals or the diagnostic center. Now this payment cycle that is there, it takes somewhere between 60 to 90 days, or God God forbid, sometimes even 120 days. And in these areas that were there, the receivables were increasing disproportionately by a huge amount. And obviously Krishna के लिए once the receivables increases by this huge amount, आपका working capital में दिक्कत आ रहा है ना, to fund the existing operations also you'll not have money. So that is why they cancelled the contracts with these people also, they shut it down. And because of many centers shutting down, many centers not opening or delays in opening, and the delays in elections that happened, they could not do the guidance that was there. And going forward also, probably you might experience probably a 15 to 20% growth only over here, unless and until there could be something, some new centers opening up, because currently if you see, most of the centers are getting closed over here. And I would say this is the biggest negative over here, and you have to be very careful with Krishna Diagnostic over here. Jab tak wo government ka haath hai and the payment is being done by them properly, until then they can survive. The minute all of these things happen, right, where government ka haath goes over here, they are delaying the payments, you are stuck over here. So that is the thing. In fact, you can also see, right, the receivables that is there went up from 142 crores to 207 crores this time. I think 270 or 207 crores. Yeah, that's a huge increase compared to if you look at 23, 24 and 24 to 25. Yeah, a huge increase. But unfortunately, when you work with a B2G company, that is what it is going to be. It is like you can't really complain about it also. I'm not defending the receivables over here, but unfortunately that is the way. आप कोई भी B2G ले लो, ये सब होता ही रहता है, and I would say that is the biggest risk यहाँ पे. Now if I have to compare the entire diagnostic space, let's say when you compare the Thyrocare, Dr. Lal PathLabs, Vijay Diagnostic and Krishna Diagnostic, the entire sector, if you see, all the players are doing well, right? Extreme great results, great execution for this past year that has been there. Okay? There is also no problem in terms of demand. We are not seeing any kind of headwind like what we saw during COVID, right? Where during COVID everybody was getting this COVID cut test and everything done, and people were growing at 100% growth rate. And then later what happened? Nobody wanted to get the COVID test on, pace of growth started coming down. But now we do not see any kind of headwinds like that. Everything is going well for these companies. All is good, all is well. But the problem is, if you see, the growth rate is not that impressive with anybody. Okay? अगर आप Dr. Lal PathLabs देखते हो, somewhere between 10% का growth rate you can experience, 10 to 12%. Okay? Because the base is very huge for them. Thyrocare, if you look at it on the other end, Thyrocare did a 21% kind of growth rate. I think if you compared Thyrocare and Vijay Diagnostic, Vijay did 24, Thyrocare did 21. But if I remove that Vijay Diagnostics ka acquisition, it grew by 19%, right? And here also Thyrocare did 21, but even Thyrocare told the same thing, like aage jaake, if you like see, nobody will, sometimes the management will not give you the guidance explicitly. They will try to play between the words. Thyrocare ka management told we will grow in mid-teens. ठीक है, mid-teens का मतलब क्या है? 16 to 18%, somewhere probably in that, or maybe 14 to 18% या 17% in that range. 21% से आप बोल रहे हो high double digit, high teen से you have gone down from high teens to mid-teens. ठीक है, 14 to 17% in that range. That is again reduction of pace of growth, right? Lal goes out because 10% ka growth rate is not impressive. Thyrocare goes out because pace of growth is coming down. Vijay Diagnostic, again 15% ka growth rate. Who would need a 15% kind of growth rate, right? I mean, let's be very honest, if you're putting so much effort over here, you're reading the companies, you're taking the volatility, I think 15% kind of growth engine is mediocre. Then the last one is Krishna Diagnostic. Krishna Diagnostic ka kya hai? They went from they guided for 25%, did 16%, and aage jaake we don't even know if this 16% they will be able to do or not. Okay? So I would say the sector is good, but I don't think any of the players at the end of the day are worth even, there is something interesting over here looking for at the end of the day with these companies, because everybody is somewhere between that 15%, average 15% growth rate hi hai sabka ultimately for FY26, and I think that is a bit mediocre considering considering how they have performed in this year, that is in FY25. Okay? So that's it for today's video. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.